So I gotta say, I now finally know what it would be like to have a big lifted yee truck, where you're about this much further over top of everything else. It also would be like to be in a Tesla, that autopilot. Are we gonna be as tall as this semi right now?
Yes.
This is what it'd be like to drive an 18-wheeler. What's up, guys? On today's video, we're going to be going over the F-150 because I had a deal worked out with a guy. I'm supposed to meet him and trade some wheels off the Camaro project, which you know is going to be getting a Coyote in the future. I hate black wheels. Don't like them. I didn't want them. Had them posted up for sale. This guy made me an offer for some stock wheels and some stuff. So I'm like, all right, that's worth my time. So we scheduled everything for about 2 weeks out and went down there. We were supposed to meet in Weaverville, North Carolina, and about 3 or 4 exits from where we were meeting, the truck started surging. It was like, and I was like, that feels like we're out of gas. I've done that several times. I know what that feels like. And then it clears up. I'm like, all right, it's fine. It goes about another 1/10 of a mile, and I feel a couple more hiccups. All right, what is that? About another 1/10 of a mile, another hiccup. This time they start getting violent. So now the car's like jerking, like, and I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. I need out of the left lane. So I get over to the right side and I'm coming down this ramp. I just so happen to be right at an exit ramp, and I come down the hill, I put it in neutral, engine dies immediately. So I'm like, ugh, that's no good, no bueno. We're on E85, so it's gonna be harder to find fuel. I don't know with the custom tune if it's still flex fuel or not. I reached out to my tuner. It's all right, just ride first all the way down the road, buddy. That's all you need is one gear. All right, so anyway, get off the exit, and I'm like, all right, well, there's not a gas station here or anything. So I was like, maybe it's out of gas. Maybe the fuel level sending unit's wrong. It says 75 miles to empty. It's still got a quarter tank. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know. I'm having problems where I can't fill it up past 3/4 anyway. Start doing a couple checks. Unplug the fuel pump voltage booster back here. Bypass it. So maybe the booster's bad. Check the fuse. Fuse was good. Bypassed it. Truck still don't start. I let the truck cool off for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Go to start it. Fires right up. Flip the throttle. It's got a little hesitation in it. Let it run. It runs for about 25, 30 seconds. All of a sudden, it dies out again. I'm like, all right. Go to the fuel pump. Put my ear on the tank. She turns the key on. I can't hear it. Which I know they're not super, super loud on the trucks anyway because they are in tank. But I can't hear it at all. So I deem that as bad fuel pump. The first thing I thought was I called Paul. I was like, hey, you want to come rescue me? And his car's still in the slicks. I said, you know what? I just remembered. Let me check something. I go on the app, register, fully covered, 62 miles, I think is what it was. It really wasn't that far. It was about an hour. Tow truck driver come out of Asheville, Recovery Tactical. Dude hooked me up, gone in a heartbeat. We were on the road. So we ended up getting back to the shop. Dude dropped us off. I've been here for, I just got back a few minutes ago. That Camaro still looks good out there. Been here for just a few. I'm getting ready to get the truck up on the lift, as you can see, enjoying my nice Mountain Dew. And we're gonna get this thing on the lift, drop the tank, replace the entire fuel sending unit. Hopefully we find something wrong with it. I hope to God that there's something bad wrong. I find a busted tank vent. I hope that I find dang cocaine hidden in the tank, something. I don't care what it is. The truck's from Texas. I don't care what's in there. I hope I find something inside this tank or something physically wrong with it that explains why I cannot fill it up past 3/4 of a tank. Well, now we have to fix it. So that comes back to why I was talking about I hope there's something wrong. I think these tanks have vents on them. I hope to gosh that it's broken. The tow truck driver that actually picked us up, I had mentioned it to him as well. He said that he used to work at Asheville Ford, I guess, and that it's notorious for the fuel pump driver module to go bad in these, which I know that's not my issue because I would have lost everything. I wouldn't have an intermittent issue like this, I don't believe. I could be wrong. I guess we could find out in the end result. But he said that the tank vents on these things are prone to rusting and corroding, and then they'll break off. Or there was like a 1 or 2 year model that he said had a plastic vent tube. Now, I don't know how true any of this is. I'm just going off of what a tow truck driver, some random guy. But, you know, we're going to inspect that stuff when we get in there, and we'll see maybe if he's right or wrong. Hopefully, he's right, because at least that gives me some incentive and some hope that we can figure out what's going on. Say less. We're going to jump straight into this, and let's get started on it. Well, as you can see there, I kind of dropped that. This thing's got way more gas in it than I thought, so I definitely know that I didn't run out. I don't know how much gas is in this. This holds 26 gallons. As you can tell, it's a pretty good sized tank. It's not the large tank, though. They do make a 36 gallon as well. Quick inspection. I see that we've got one vent here. We've got another vent down there. We're going to follow this line, which appears to come to this, this connector here. Splits it to both the fuel hat and splits it to, this is the evap. So this goes to the evap purge canister and everything. And that's where that vacuum line is that was pulling vacuum all the time, which is why I thought maybe we messed something up in here. It could have hurt these two vents. So I'm going to hope that maybe I can get these two vents tonight as well. I'm going to go ahead and replace them while this is down. I can see that, you know, we got a connector here. This hose goes to the tube. So we're going to blow out the tube for the inlet, the fuel door, which as you can see, that tube is right here. We're going to blow it out and make sure that it's fine. This is the fuel inlet. Oh, not my little clamp off. Well, now it's going to keep falling off. Anyway, fuel inlet. This is that canister, that purge, the purge vent that goes to the filler neck. This is the filler neck. As you can see, it's got something down in there. I'm not really sure what that is. It is spring-loaded, though. It does go up and down. Not entirely sure what it is. I'm sure that has something to do with the siphoning, so people can't siphon out your gas. So it also probably has something to do with why I'm having filling issues as well. So maybe the float has something to do with that. I don't know. We'll try to look into that as well. Right now, the biggest concern is I got to get all these hoses and lines off of it so that I can get the fuel hat assembly out. We're going to pull it out. I'm also going to suck this tank completely dry, get everything out of it. And then once it's dry, as close to dry as possible, we're going to drop in the new unit, make sure the bottom of the tank is clean and there's no debris in there, keep us from clogging up our new fuel pump. So I'm going to get to work on this, and we'll see where we're at once we start getting things apart some more, because I'd like to find out if those vents are clogged, the tubes are clogged, or any of that stuff. We'll blow them out later. All right, got it back on the ground. Kind of forgot to time lapse it going back together. We got in a hurry because I was trying to hurry up. It's getting late. Turn the key on. It said 1 mile to empty, absolutely empty. We put the 14 gallons we took out of it, which was a quarter tank according to the needle, and we are now at just over half a tank with 151 miles to empty. So we went from 70 miles to empty to 151 and didn't change the fuel level any. And she fires right up. So that check engine light, I'm not sure what that's for. Let's see. All right, program vehicle, no. Vehicle info, read DTC, turn key on. Ignition coil A, primary, secondary circuit. Probably from the misfire. Probably from the misfire. Probably from the misfire. Probably from the misfire. Let's see, fuel pump A control circuit open. Yeah, so that's what we've got codes for. We're gonna clear all those. Check engine light already went away. Just has to finalize here. Cleared successfully. Now, I'm gonna take it for a ride. We're gonna take her up to Sheets and fill it up the rest of the way with E85 and make sure that this thing doesn't have any more fueling issues. So as you can see here, as I was mentioning with having fuel issues, see if I can get this thing to focus better. It's obviously burnt. Show off. It's obviously burnt. And so this ends up being what I believe was most of my fuel level issue. I'm sorry, I can't get close enough to that. I believe that ended up being all my fuel level concerns. I do believe that this pump just died. Seems to be consistent. Seems to be the only thing wrong with the truck now so far. We're supposed to be going on a trip tomorrow. Like I think I already mentioned it once, but we're supposed to be going on a trip tomorrow for Paul's car. I don't think I'm going to take the truck. Obviously, his car gets a lot better fuel mileage anyway. His car should technically get around 28 miles to the gallon. That's what my car got on the way to Mustang Week, and it made 767 is what it made. So my car made over 750 horsepower. Still got 28 on the interstate on 93. I don't see why he shouldn't also be able to do the same. So maybe we'll take it tomorrow and see how that thing does on the way to Hickory. In the meantime, I'm gonna take this thing and for a ride now and see just how well it does up to Sheets and make sure that the full level stuff works. Fingers crossed, hoping and praying it does. I don't want to do that crap again. If I do have to drop the tank again, then it's probably going to be directly related to the two vents on the top of the tank, which I believe if I didn't point them out, they were the two green things that had hoses that went to the top of them. So all in all, hopefully that'll be it. Let's first of all take this thing up to Sheets before we start hypotheticaling again, because that's what I'll do. I'll snowball it over and over and over until I make problems again. So far so good. This thing appears to be running really, really good. As you can see, the needle shows still just right at half a tank, which is significantly more than what it was showing when it broke down. This thing actually was only showing 77 miles to empty and a quarter tank when we broke down. It turns out it was way wrong. We were actually at half a tank. So I think what had happened was with all that burn that was inside of the cinder, which I showed you just a moment ago, I do believe that that was causing an increased resistance, which was showing a wrong reading. All right, we're here now. We got it pumping. Let's see how this needle goes. Let's see, so we had 14 gallons in it when we drove up here. We should probably get at least about 13 gallons in the tank. We're at 11.8. 12. It should kick off any second. And there she goes. Awesome. That puts us right at 26 gallons. And our gauge reads completely full. I will take that as a successful win. That's awesome. I've been wanting to get this thing fixed ever since I bought it back in September. So that's what, like 9 months or so I've had this thing. And I've had that issue since the day I bought it. So it's really nice to be able to get that fixed finally. Fires right up, gauge reads correctly. Hopefully my fuel mileage will actually show better. I don't know if it'll actually look better or not. Definitely curious how that'll go, so we'll find that out in the long run. Thank you guys for checking this video out. I know it's been kind of monotonous. It's just, you know, simple, dumb stuff, but it's the fact of the matter is you just got to do it. It's maintenance things that happen. It comes about. You don't want to do it, but you have to do it. So thanks for checking us out. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know anything that you want to see us do. We've got the 2-valve car coming up. We may have some new stuff coming up for her car soon. We may have something coming up for the Camaro soon. I did go and get parts for it. That's why all the this issues happened for us anyway. So I was trading some stuff out on it for some other stuff, which I'll show you guys in an update video of it, which it's just sitting there, so it won't be much of an update yet. But I do have some plans for some stuff for that. Maybe working out something to get the next set of parts for that thing, so maybe we can get started on it very soon. Like always, make better choices. We'll catch you guys next time.